Hey there, I'm going to be doing a vlog type video today where I talk to you about a subject that I've been experiencing lately, and that is going to be body image. My thoughts aren't as organized as maybe an essay on the subject would be. I know that there's many facets, and this is also just coming from what I've experienced, how I felt, and my personal perspective. I understand body image to me how you perceive your body or appearance, whether that be in the mirror, pictures, memories, that type of thing. Also how you feel about and in your own body. Now, there can be negative and positive body image. Like many people, myself included, I experience both of those, usually more the negative side of things, unfortunately, and it's always difficult to try to have a more positive body image, but like anything else, it's just a work in progress and just continuing to try to get to that point where I have more of a positive body image as opposed to a negative one. Sometimes I look in the mirror or I look at pictures and I'm like, oh, I don't like the way that I look. And sometimes it's just the angle, how you're feeling that day, even the weather, or for the girls, the ladies out there, time of the month can heavily affect that, where you just feel bloated and it's not really anything that you can do about it. And so sometimes that realization for me is kind of comforting in a way. Those type of things can affect how you perceive your body as well. But like I said, sometimes I just don't feel good about my body. I don't even feel comfortable in it. Everything I put on to wear to go out just doesn't feel good, and I'm just like, I guess it's gonna be the sweats, the leggings, a dress, something. And that's okay to just pick clothes that you feel comfortable in, but sometimes you just want to wear those jeans, those pants, and sometimes I can't, and I'm like, ugh, well, I guess I gotta do something about that, and I just feel bad about myself. Not to say that obviously you can't do physical things to help you to feel better, like working out and eating better, keeping your body healthy. That's great, but it's when you can't even accept the body that you have and you're always trying to work to make it something else that maybe you see, want, or don't have. Ultimately, I think it's important to have an overall better positive outlook towards your body image and try to get away from that negative, not have just wanting to look a certain way, appearance be your only motivation. Like I was mentioning before, sometimes I go for the sweats or the leggings just because I don't feel comfortable in anything else, or other things just don't fit. That's kind of a problem for me because sometimes I'm very obsessive and clothes control me and the sizes control me. I'm trying to work on not letting that happen and realizing that, okay, well, this certain thing doesn't fit. I'll just get it in a different size, and that number doesn't have to have this power over me that it sometimes does. I mean, you can always try to get back to those, but realize that it's okay to go up a size and try not to be so obsessive or controlling over that. And like it says on a lot of my social media, my YouTube channel, I'm just working on trying to accept, embrace who God has made me to be inside and out. I just wanted to kind of talk about this I just wanted to talk about this subject and share about this because I know a lot of people experience this, and I find it really helpful when I'm watching or listening to someone being real, truthful, and honest about things that I didn't think affected them too much, or I wasn't aware affected them. So when I'm having those feelings of like, oh, I don't feel good, I don't look good, I'm not as thin or fit as I'd like to be, I just feel really uncomfortable, and sometimes I vocalize those things. The loved ones around me are like, you're beautiful, you don't look the way that you're saying, and it's comforting to have that and know that, but it's definitely something that you need to change in yourself to actually start believing that yourself. I know that they're not trying to be fake about it, and they're being truthful and honest about it. That's really important, that people truthfully and honestly think and see the beauty in who you're made to be, and that's coming out in how they're saying it, and they're not being fake or fibbing about it either. That's not helpful. I've also experienced both sides of, I guess, a spectrum, you would call it, of not feeling comfortable or good about myself while being a bit more overweight than I'm used to, or being a bit less weight than I'm used to. So I've kind of experienced both sides of it, and it kind of also tied back into the clothes. When I was less weight than I'm normally used to, my clothes also weren't fitting, but they weren't too tight, they were just a little bit more loose, and I just didn't feel comfortable. And also, just another point, body image just isn't about weight. like it's most commonly used as an example, just like I did. But that can also include things like height and body shape, and even I've got like a weird looking thumb to me and it's different than my other one. That can also be a part of body image and how you perceive yourself, either positively or negatively. And I guess I'll kind of get into that one as a different example, this being my least favorite because it looks stubby. People would notice it. I would feel more self-conscious about it personally and notice it more than others. I would always do this and I still get into the habit of hiding it. I guess what I'm trying to say ultimately to conclude this is that it's about, and I'm trying to work on, is to have a positive body image so that, for example, I know this is something that's the most common example, but if your weight fluctuates, then you won't have an automatic negative outlook and feeling about your body. But if you have the positive image already and that happens, you're more likely to not let it affect you so negatively. I guess that makes sense since it's a positive body image. Now, on ways to have a more positive body image and not a negative one, like I said, it's a work in progress, so I don't know all the ways to achieve that, but I guess one important one that I've been trying to do personally is to try to tell myself more positive things as opposed to negative things, and try to get in the habit of that more than the other. I mean, it's hard because you're so used to telling yourself those negative things as opposed to the more positive ones. Another very important one for me personally is remembering that God made me in His image. He made me beautiful and He loves me. Just trying to remind myself of that and reading the Bible on subjects like that, finding verses to help encourage me. And when you're having those more positive thoughts and positive body image, I found even when I'm looking back on something, say like a photo especially, that you can look back on, I'm like, oh, I actually look pretty good. I don't look as bad as, say, I was feeling or that I thought at the time looking at that photo or taking that picture. So that's when you can kind of start to tell when you're having a more positive body image and outlook on yourself. I hope you enjoyed this type of video. Let me know in the comments and any of your thoughts on body image, your experience, and how you deal with it to try to have a more positive outlook on your body image. Feel free to share this video with others if you like, on Twitter, Facebook, that kind of a thing. If you want to see other things going on in my life, check out my social media in the info bar. Follow me and say hi. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked, and subscribe if you want to see more of the videos that I make. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye.